Hello everybody, this is St Charts. It's Wednesday evening, the 30th of November 2024. Going to start with the FTSE 100 index. This one we covered off at the weekend. We previously had that sort of red box here and we had a bit of a bounce, but it's still in a decline, isn't it? So for me, I think it sort of needs to hold above this sort of 7,914. If you can hold above there, hopefully we can head towards this red box. But at the top, which is 8,553 up to sort of 9,000 level. But for me, I think that more probable route is down to this red box zone here, so it's 7,858, and then I think we'll see the ball step in and hopefully we can activate that red box there. So that's a new direction for me, but see how that one plays out short term. Next one I'm going to do is Bitcoin, because that is absolutely flying. And this is one where we gave back in, God, goodness me, back in July, that blue box zone there as a reversal target, and that was exactly spot on. And we've had a good bounce to the upside. Trump is certainly driving the sort of crypto frenzy, and we're into the blue box. I had a red box earlier, I've got rid of that, so we're into the blue box. I think we're going to see 100,000 tagged here, and we could even see sort of I've extended the box, we could be up to 122,000. So let's see how that one plays out. It's going to be certainly very interesting indeed, see how far that one goes, but it's looking very good, and that move certainly isn't over in my opinion. I think we've got a lot more upside in Bitcoin. Next one I'm going to do is copper, which isn't having a great week. It's having a very bad few days, isn't it? And for me, that blue box zone there, which we gave, it sort of broke above, but the blue box sort of sucked it back down, and we're back into. I've got a blue box zone here at $4.12. Down to sort of $4 basically, where I'm hopeful that we're going to get a bounce, but probably something like this, but and hopefully we can zoom back up. But if not, and it breaks this sort of $3.95, then for me, I think the alternative route here is down to. Let's just show. I think we could see something like that to that grey box and down, and then into this red box zone here. So we could be talking $3.50. But see how that one plays out. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with copper over the short term. But overall, still bullish on it. But obviously, it's having a bit of a downturn at the moment. Next one I'm going to do is AMRQ. And this one, let's have a look. And this one here, it has sort of broken out above there, but I've still got this blue box here that should be sort of 90 pence to 101 pence, but it's running out of steam. I think hopefully if we could get a bit of a bounce sort of there, and then hopefully could head up to that blue box zone there, but see how that one plays out. Next one I'm going to do is Hex, because that's having a bit of fun, isn't it? It's playing around with my red box zone there. It keeps on popping its head in and dipping itself back out, but for me, I think that what we might see is sort of something a bit like that, and then hopefully we can go and crack this 28 pence and then head up and head towards that bigger red target there, 34.6 to 39.8. But see how that one goes over the short term. I sort of want to hold above probably 22 pence ideally for that one to play out, but we'll see how this goes over the coming few sessions. Next one I'm going to do is GBP. And this one here, it's still playing out for me. This blue box here to 0.218 to 0.1945 is kind of holding, but for me, if we can hold there and get another bullish run, hopefully we can break this prior high and head up to this 0.416 to 0.487 pence. So one to keep an eye on. Next one to do is MNRG, and this one here is one where I think did I have a blue box zone? I can't remember whether I gave that or not. No, just checking the hourly. No, still don't have one. So no, I thought I did. But there we go. But hopefully that, I think that I'm going to change my mind on the target. So I think that, because this dip down has sort of crossed all these previous waves here. So I think that, if we can break this high here, I think we could be heading up to sort of 104 to 124 pence area. That's where I think we'll see a bit of turbulence, sort of big round number. But for me, it could be a bag from here. So one to keep an eye on. Next one I'm going to do is RSG, because that was an absolutely stunning call from a sales. I did previously say that I was probably expecting a bit of downside, and then hopefully for a wave 5. But as I said, wave 5s don't always happen, and it's definitely not going to happen for that one. So we'll get rid of that. But that blue box was the right area to sell. And for me, obviously, I think, short term, obvious play there is fill that gap at 33.4 pence. So and see how that one plays out. But obviously check the news and see what that's all about. That was a big drop. ATYM is my next one, and not good news for them either, is it? It sort of broke down below this low back in August 24, and for me that activates this blue box zone here, so I'm expecting trading to fall down to 260 to 217 pence. So see how that one plays out. Next one I'm going to do is a Vactor, because I haven't covered that up for a couple of weeks, and I said that I thought last week it was going to have a better week, and it has really, because it hasn't dropped as much, which is fantastic news, isn't it? I think Vactor holders have been used to just downside every day, but it was sort of staying sort of level, and I think if we can break that downward trend, we could see trading up to this red box zone here, 77.9 to 86 pence. If we can break that prior high, hopefully we can activate that upper target there, 119.6 or to 141, but obviously it needs to break the pound barrier first. But Vactor, hopefully that bulls are going to step in, and it's going to see a better week very soon. Next one I'm going to do is ONDO. And this one's looking pretty good at the moment, isn't it? For me, I think that the next target really there, if you can hold above this 20 pence level, should bring us to 34 to 37.9, and I've got a bigger target longer term, sort of 45.8 to 55 pence, but see how that one plays out. Looking good though, and that was one which you gave the reversal zone back down here at about 13.5 pence, so doing very well indeed. Thank you very much. Next one I'm going to do is AXL. And this is one where we gave a blue box reversal zone, I think last week or something like that. And for me, sort of bulls have stepped in. It's right at the bottom of the box, hasn't it there? But, it's sort of acting as support. And I think that, if we can get some bullish power behind us, the next obvious target, once we've broken this high, would be 37.2 to 41.1, or this red box zone up here. There we go. And next one I'm going to do is some United States stocks, BTDR. And this is ones that we covered off just recently and said we thought we were trading up to the red box zone there, which it did. It spiked into it and it's fallen back. So it's going to be a very interesting one to watch over the coming sessions, that one. But, my next target for that, if it can sort of pop its head back into there and hold in there, hopefully then it can take an attack on the 16.7 to 19.82 and see where we go from there. The next one I'm going to do is MSTR. Another NASDAQ one, and that one sort of went to my blue box, and as I said, I was expecting a bit of downside before we got some upside. We got some massive upside, didn't we? And we're straight into the red box zone there that I highlighted at 354.66 to 400 pence, and that's one going to be interested to see what happens from there, because I don't think that moves over. It's still looking really hot on the RSI, so I'd expect more upside. Probably a bit of consolidation here, sort of like that, and then another leg higher. So it's going to be interesting to watch that one, and thank you very much for whoever highlighted it. Next one I'm going to do, and the last one today, is another NASDAQ one, BTBT. And indeed, again, that was one where we gave the red box zone there, and indeed price action zoomed up to it and it's fallen straight back down. So I just wonder whether it's going to fill that gap there, 442, and then see where it goes from there. But obviously I've got the bigger red box zone target that's 654 to 783, with obviously crypto flying. Hopefully this one can fly as well. So there we go. That's for me today. See you again soon.